Without wasting more time, màá fẹ́ kí a lọ sí the other program. Ká tó lọ sí ìpele tó kàn, mo fẹ́ kí the special guest of honor wa tí ó torí ètò èní, mo fẹ́ káwọn náà máa gbáradì fún bíi 5 minutes kó bá sọ̀rọ̀ ìṣítí, ọ̀rọ̀ fáwọn ọmọ wa àti àbá lóríṣiríṣi tó máa jẹ́ àǹfààní fún ìjókòó yìí. Now we're now going to go to the next item on the agenda. Only speech to talk about this great initiative. What are the projects? Kini ìjókòó? Kini ẹgbẹ́ YORNNA tá a dálẹ̀? Kí làwọn nǹkan tó máa gbé ṣe? In slide, màá kọ́kọ́ pe àwọn méjì ló wà lórí ètò náà, màá kọ́kọ́ pe ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Modúpẹ́ọlá Adébáyọ̀ ọmọ Àkàbàṣọ̀run kọ́ là wá lóye. Kí ni project, kí ni àwọn nǹkan lóríṣiríṣi, àwọn nǹkan ńláńlá tó jẹ́ àǹfààní tí YORNNA yìí tó máa gbé ṣe ní orílẹ̀ káàárọ̀ oòjíire all over the world. Ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n, ètò náà kàn yín, ẹ bá wa sọ̀rọ̀.
Ẹ ṣé o, moderator wa Mr. Adenekun. Now, kí n tó lọ sínú presentation mi, mo kàn fẹ́ remind wa pé Menti poll is going on in the chat boxes. So, èyí tí a ní lójú ọpọ́n nísìnyí ni pé mention a minister of health in Nigeria who is or was of Yoruba ancestry. Èèyàn kan ti sọ fún wa pé Professor Lambo, but wá ní pé ẹjọ́ ẹ bá wa mention another one because ó sì kọ ẹyọ kan. In fact, wọ́n pọ̀ ọ̀bọ̀ ó kọ ẹyọ kan tó yẹ pé ní gbòǹgbò. Ẹjọ́ ẹ bá wa type ẹ̀ síbẹ̀ yẹn tẹ́ bá ti rántí. So without spending much time, so I'll go into my presentation, ẹ ṣé gan ni, and I'll be sharing my screen so that ẹ lè follow me as we go. So all protocols observed. Before I actually go into my presentation, mo fẹ́ tọrọ àforíjì lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yin ìyá mi àti bàbá mi pé mo máa sọ èdè òyìnbó ni mo máa fi present o, but máa mú èdè Yorùbá máa fi sí nítorí pé ó ṣòro púpọ̀ láti fi Yorùbá ka nǹkan tí ó wà níbí báyìí. So again, this is basically to talk about our goals. That's the goals of YORNNA. Pé kí ni nǹkan tá a tiẹ̀ fẹ́ gbé ṣe? Tá sọ pé okay, àwa nurses kí la rò, kí la rí lọ́bẹ̀ tí a fi ra wa irú sọ́wọ́. So the goals ni pé two things ni ó wà focused on. Our goals are one, to do health missions and then also health promotions. And so in doing that, I will also try as much as possible to kind of break it down. So with regards to the health missions, basically we're looking at health fairs, and the health fairs will incorporate screenings for common health conditions. Common health conditions, which are conditions that we know that majority of our people suffer from. So only koko, the first one of our goals. Then the second no ni pé a promote health pé láti prevent, because prevention really is better than cure, bọ́n ṣe máa ń sọ. And there are so many things pé a lè ṣe to prevent some of these conditions. And for example, communicable conditions such as things that can spread easily. Just something like recent COVID-19 to ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí. Those are communicable conditions, which means we don't need to have so many people suffering from the same condition over and over. So only education to prevent those. Then chronic conditions, be hypertension, diabetes, arthritis, to kind of prevent. Although with people who have hypertension, which people who are predisposed to developing hypertension because of heritage, they can still kind of push it forward in such a way that the hypertension does not come to them, at a very early age. So education. Then other conditions such as sickle cell disease. I know that people will ask, how do you prevent sickle cell disease? Well, it's preventable in the sense that two people who are predisposed to, to having children with sickled cells, do not need to be together. You know, so those are the kinds of education that I share from the beginning so that we can prevent these kinds of conditions in our population. So going on to the next one, okay, as it's goals, so that brings us to the locations. So with regards to locations, I want Bola Mama as like the locations from as screening locations. So first we're looking at you know, medical practices within the community. So we do know that back from doctors' offices and facilities, they are privately owned. We solicit their support to use their offices or their facilities as screening locations. Then secondly, we can also tap into faith organizations such as churches, mosques, and other worship centers. You know, a lot of population, so at the same time, we can actually offer screenings. We can screen people for common conditions there from those churches and mosques, and then other worship centers as necessary. So what are the kinds of strategies that we will use, or the kind of methods to be able to get the locations to work with us? What we are going to be doing is to liaise with the administrators. So administrators of private practices, be our community, our doctors' offices within the community. Then also our churches, our mosques, our worship centers, our administrators, when we solicit their support so that we can use those locations as screening spots or screening, you know, repository for our goals, or to meet our goals. Then also, we also reach out to nursing schools, because our nursing schools, they want money, our nursing students. Screenings. Then at the same time, it's a win-win situation for them, because they are getting the experience, and the community is also getting they are also getting that free access to care, while these trainees are also getting the practice and you know, and the kind of experiences that they need. At the same time, they will also get credit for it. So so it's a win-win situation for the school and also for the community. So those are the different areas Tamama targets as our screening centers. Then what about timelines and tasks? How do we even, I mean, if we start to look to think about it, the task is a huge one. It's like a bear, it's an elephant, so we have to slice it up. So how do we slice it up? We actually go by timelines, and then what are the specific tasks, breakdown of the tasks that we're going to perform. So starting from this March, Tomati declare our opening between this March and June. Identify, list private practices in cities. Biru, okay, Biru means okay, Eko, private practices, Amali work with she knows her way in Ibadan. I want to identify. Then cities will identify those private practices that they tap into. Then we also kind of pull up a list of faith organizations. So, and then we identify the contact person or persons for each of these entities. So between now and June, 3 months, we compile and list one. So that makes it easy for us to go so which is why we need to break this down. Then our ultimate goal, at least we need to do 2 missions per year back home. 2 missions per year, not here, West America, back home. 2 missions per year, starting from 2024. Actually, what we plan to do is to have 1 this year. Already, or at today, close to the end of the first quarter, but I say it's realistic to plan on 1, because 2, it may not be realistic for us, but at least 1 this year, the next year 2. Then what are some of our project plans? So our project plans, for each project, Tabati identify, I'm a form a project committee. So for example, if I'm doing anything, I identify, okay, we'll form a committee for the project for the 2023 project for Lagos. Then, our committee, identify our stakeholders. Then our committee, assess the needs, need, on ground, what are the needs? Then I'm going to determine, I'm going to fix dates and time. And then I'm going to identify our specific supplies. So just I might need to make that screening or that mission happen. And then I'm going to submit, our committee, and I'm going to submit estimate for cost so that the house will approve it or and that's so the house will then accept it and then approve for the amount to be to be released. Then the delivery of the service, which means the actual screening itself. And then we also have like a kind of a follow-up plan. What did we do right? What did we do wrong? What do we need to improve on? So those kinds of things. So then our committee, after that, then they can actually wrap up, and then they are supposed to be added up. So once the mission is complete, our committee and want to learn, so they are not actually permanent committee, they are added up. So every project, I'm a set of project committee, so that still want to carry project in, and we want to learn, then I want the next step, not to was there. So that way we'll be able to have a more organized and a structured kind of operation. So in Shoki presentation, so Tebani Iberi, I will kind of just pause and let the questions come in.
Ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n mo dúpẹ́ ọlá ọmọ Àkàbàjọ̀rán ẹ ṣé o ẹ kú làákàyè ṣe rí pé ògidì ọmọ ni ọmọ Yorùbá àtàtà tó gbọ́n nínú tó gbọ́n lóde. It's not just a professor. I have time to, sometimes we talk and mo rí làákàyè gidi ọmọ Àkàbàjọ̀rán ni lóòótọ́ ọgbọ́n tí Ọlọ́run fún ẹ láti ọ̀run wá ayé èsì onígbà lọ́wọ́ ẹ shall be well with you. Kó di pé a pe àwọn èèyàn bíi 2 sí 3 tó bá ní ìbéèrè lórí kíni presentation yẹn, màá fẹ́ kí a gbọ́ lẹ́nu nọ́ọ̀sì wa Dr. Ojo pé àwọn náà ní àfikún tó fẹ́ fi kún lórí ọ̀rọ̀ initiative YORNNA.
Moderator, question no one in the chat box. So, Nipa, but I will respond to it. So, once I want to ask you the task timeline is okay. Can I'm trying to say. Okay, I can't see. It actually left the screen. Okay, can we have a site also in South? So, coordinate. Mr. Well Joshua. So within this the 3 months time frame, I'm collate those the different sites. So what I want to answer question here. Moderator, you may continue at this point.
Dr. Ojo, àwọn tó jẹ́ aṣojú YORNNA ní ìpínlẹ̀ Maryland tó bá wà lórí ọmọ pé wọ́n wà lórí ètò yìí táwọn náà bá ní nǹkan tó fẹ́ fi kún nǹkan tí ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Modúpẹ́ Ọlá sọ in terms of initiative and àwọn nǹkan tí YORNNA fẹ́ ṣe ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ètò náà ọ̀rọ̀ náà kàn yín a fẹ́ gbọ́ tẹnu yín.
Ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́ gbogbo. Yes sir. Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi sir?
À ń gbọ́ yín.
Okay. Ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́ gbogbo àwọn èèyàn mi. Èmi mo wà ń bì.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ kí ni ẹ jẹ́ kí n feature yín so that we will have Dr. Ojo.
Ẹ má bínú pé a fẹ́ wojú yín a kò fẹ́ wojú yín ni o.
Kò sí wàhálà bóyá ẹ bá lè spotlight mi.
Mo fẹ́ spotlight yín náà ní ṣé.
Mo fẹ́ spotlight mi.
Mo mọ̀ kí ni login mo rò kórúkọ ilẹ̀ fi login náà.
Èmi ni pẹ̀lú Dr. Adebisi Allison àti Dr. Gloria.
Oh, okay, yeah, àti Dr. Allison. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I will do that. Mo rí àwọn onísìn, mo rí Dr. Allison. Okay.
Yeah, orúkọ yẹn jẹ́ Dr. Adébísí Allison, Dr. Gloria àti Dr. Abi. Okay. Okay. Ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́ gbogbo àwọn èèyàn mi. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo wa lápapọ̀ fún oore ọ̀fẹ́ t'Ọlọ́run fún wa láti fi jọ wà níbí báyìí lọ́jọ́ tèmi. Mo dẹ̀ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run pé Ọlọ́run dá ọjọ́ yìí sí fún wa. Ní síwájú mo fẹ́ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ president wa, Hajiya, mo dúpẹ́ pé Ọlọ́run fún yín ní ọgbọ́n àti òye tẹ́ fi lè rò pé kí gbogbo àwa nurses Yorùbá ká darapọ̀ láti lè ṣe irú ètò tó lárinrin báyìí lọ́jọ́ tòní. Ọlọ́run á dẹ̀ túbọ̀ máa fún yín lókun àtagbára. Mo fẹ́ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn headquarters wa ní Atlanta pé gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ ti ṣe síwájú láti fi jẹ́ kí ọjọ́ ìní kó múlẹ̀. Ọlọ́run á bù sí yín lápò lágbára Ọlọ́run. Ní ti Maryland, a dúpẹ́ ìgbà tí mo gbọ́ ìròyìn yìí látọ̀dọ̀ Dr. Adébísí Allison, àwọn náà sọ fún mi nípa YORNNA at Mission and the Goals. Inú mi dẹ̀ dùn gan láti lè darapọ̀ mọ́ YORNNA chapter of Maryland. So right now, nǹkan tá a ti ṣe so far, a ti dá WhatsApp group sílẹ̀. A dẹ̀ ti ní email, official email for the Maryland chapter. So a dẹ̀ ti ń bá àwọn nurses sọ̀rọ̀ tí inú wọn dẹ̀ ń dùn bá ṣe ń bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ nípa YORNNA kí so àgbàtà dẹ̀ ti bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ inú wọn dùn, wọ́n dẹ̀ ń béèrè questions oríṣiríṣi. Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ ń fún wa ṣe láti lè bá wọn sọ gbogbo nǹkan tí ìmúlẹ̀ tí YORNNA wà fún. A dẹ̀ ti rí pé àwọn èèyàn wá show a lot of interest. So now, so far, at about 22 nurses, 20 join wa ní state of Maryland, and I need a lot láti ṣe síwájú. So right now, nǹkan tá kàn need láti ṣe ni pé láti lè make sure pé YORNNA ti chapter of Maryland ó dúró ṣinṣin, and lérò pé by possibly maybe by May, or maybe before then, Tabasha lè a lot of people to join wa tó dẹ̀ need the same vision fún YORNNA. Gbogbo wa a máa darapọ̀ tá láti lè officially já ti chapter of Maryland sílẹ̀. So nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí nìyẹn. Ọlọ́run á dẹ̀ ràn gbogbo wa lọ́wọ́. Ẹ ṣé, mo dúpẹ́ o. Thank you very much.
Ẹ ṣé o, Dr. Ojo. Ẹ ṣé gan. Ẹ kú akitiyan. Ọlọ́run tiẹ̀ ti ràn yín lọ́wọ́ torí Ọlọ́run rọ́kàn yín. Ẹ ṣé o. Ìjọba wo nǹkan tó sọ fún wa, wọ́n challenge wa ni, wọ́n challenge our chapter tó kù. Àwọn Maryland chapter wọ́n join ní because headquarter YORNNA Atlanta ló wà. Wọ́n join lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí àwọn Atlanta tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́. Ẹ wo iṣẹ́ takuntakun tó ti ṣe. Èèyàn 22 yẹn náà kankan ní wọ́n lè márùn wá kọ́dún tó parí wọ́n lè ti pé bí 100. Challenge ló jẹ́ fún gbogbo àwa chapter tó kù. Ẹ ṣé o, Dr. Ojo. Ẹ ṣé o. Èèyàn kan wà lórí afọ́nrán yìí tó nawọ́ sókè tó ní ìbéèrè lórí nǹkan tí ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Modúpẹ́ọlá sọ. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ bá mi unmute wọn. Ẹ jẹ́ kó béèrè ìbéèrè wọn. Wọn ò orúkọ wọn bọ̀ wọ́n nawọ́ sókè. Techno Common One. Hello.
Wọ́n lè unmute nísìnyí.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹni tó náwó sókè yẹn tí wọ́n sì wà ń bẹ̀ tí wọ́n ní ìbéèrè kan béèrè ìbéèrè wọn. Hello. Ó dà pé wọ́n ní network problem.
Okay, network. Okay. All right. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa tẹ̀síwájú.
Tá bá tún ní ẹni tó ní ìbéèrè lórí nǹkan tí ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Modúpẹ́ọlá tó gbé kalẹ̀. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ àkókò wà láti béèrè ìbéèrè ní wákàtí.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Ẹ káalẹ́ sir.
Ẹ káalẹ́ o. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ kí lorúkọ yín o?
Orúkọ mi ni Akímútìmí, nọ́ọ̀sì Akímútìmí látèkó.
Okay. Ẹ béèrè ìbéèrè yín o.
Ìbéèrè yẹn about nǹkan tó ń sọ nípa task timeline, then project plans. pé báwo ni wọ́n ṣe fẹ́ collaboration yẹn, ṣé wọ́n fẹ́ collaborate pẹ̀lú state, local government, or báwo náà ṣe fẹ́ ṣe, àbí just the private and the worship centers tí wọ́n list yẹn nìkan ni wọ́n ti fẹ́ ṣe àwọn collaboration yẹn. I don't really understand. Ṣé wọ́n fẹ́ ó máa ní ọwọ́ ìjọba ní aládàáni?
Ẹ ṣé mà, ṣé ẹ ti béèrè ìbéèrè yín tán mà?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, mi mọ̀ bóyá mo gbé.
Ẹ ṣé mà. In response to that, grassroots là ń sọ, a fẹ́ mú jọba at all. So because of bureaucracy, we actually want to liaise with our people one-on-one. A fẹ́ máa bá àwọn èèyàn wa, a fẹ́ gba through any intermediary tó jẹ́ pé ìgbà yẹn náà máa gbé gbogbo bureaucracy ìjọba. Really, we want to touch our people, you know, like that touch. That's what nursing is about. Nursing is about that tender touch. Say go through anybody. So again, it's going to be. Hello.
Yes.
We are so specifically. Àwọn worship centers wọ̀nyẹn, àwọn administrators wọn làwa máa lọ la máa liaise pẹ̀lú, so that àwọn la máa work pẹ̀lú tó yẹ pé wọ́n máa sọ fún okay ní center àwọn okay o maybe this time of the year, like we said, tó bá pé as pé two projects per year, okay, maybe in the summer nǹkan ìjọba àbá máa fún wa ní date. Again, the project committee will match all of those nitty-gritty details. So I mean, according to how we say it here, we will dot the I's and we cross the T's. So basically, but again, to answer your question, one-on-one with community, our community that we serve, not government.
Ní àfikún sí ohun tí ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Adébáyọ̀ sọ, orúkọ mi ni Ajá Latifa Adébáyọ̀, èmi ni ààrẹ. Ẹgbẹ́ yìí ó dúró fún ìrànlọ́wọ́ ọmọnìyàn. Ní èyí tó jẹ́ pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wa in tí a máa ṣe ni pé bàbá rí àwọn onínúure èèyàn tí wọ́n fẹ́ láti pé kí wọ́n tọwọ́ bọ àpò wọn láti ran ọmọlàkejì wọn lọ́wọ́, àwa láti gbàrú àwọn èèyàn yẹn mọ́ra wípé nǹkan tẹ́ fẹ́ lọ ṣe yìí o, gbogbo oúnjẹ tẹ́ bá máa jẹ o, tẹ́ bá dé o, a ṣetán láti gbé o, àbí tẹ́nìkan bá ní ilé tó ní gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń bọ̀ o, ibi tẹ́ máa dé sí mo gbé o. Gbogbo nǹkan tí a máa ṣe tí olóyìnbó ń pè ní charity òun ni. So kì í ṣe nǹkan tó jẹ́ pé bóyá a fẹ́ ní àsìkò tí a wà yìí o, faramọ́ ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú kankan, dẹ̀ faramọ́ pé bóyá ìjọba kan ló máa bá wa dá sí, torí pé nígbà tí tó fa gbogbo àgbékalẹ̀ ẹgbẹ́ yìí náà ni pé a rí kí ìjọba ó ṣe ojúṣe wọn. Ìyẹn ni ohun tí ó fà á tá a ṣe gbé ẹgbẹ́ yìí kalẹ̀. So tá a bá wá la fẹ́ péjọba sí, a wá di pé ẹgbẹ́ oní broom òun la faramọ́, àbẹ́ oní vacuum cleaner òun la faramọ́. A fẹ́ kí ìyẹn kí ó ajá kí ojúṣe wa. Tí oní broom bá lówó tí ó fi ràn wá lọ́wọ́, ní polongo wọn ní any way whatsoever. Tó ní vacuum cleaner bá dẹ̀ ráyè láti ṣe ìrànwọ́ fún wa láti lè ran àwọn èèyàn wa lọ́wọ́ pẹ̀lú ìwọ̀nba ọgbọ́n àti òye tọ́lọ́run fún wa, a ṣetán láti ṣe yẹn. Tá bá dẹ̀ rí àwọn tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n ti ṣe iṣẹ́ nọ́ọ̀sì olùwòsàn tí wọ́n wà ní ìlú wa tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n fẹ́ darapọ̀ mọ́ wa ní gbogbo ìgbà tá a bá ti wà ní àárín wọn kí a bá lè ṣe ìrànlọ́wọ́ fún àwọn èèyàn wa, a welcome àwọn náà, ṣùgbọ́n a pè ìjọba sí iṣẹ́ wa lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí. Ẹ ṣé.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, èèyàn kan náà nawọ́, màá fún ọ láǹfààní láti béèrè ìbéèrè wọn. Wealth Joshua, who is that? Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ẹni tó bá jẹ́ Wealth Joshua tó nawọ́.
I can see him.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́.
Okay, unmute yourself, Mr. Joshua.
Yeah,
good evening, ma.
Good evening.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ṣé Yorùbá ni torí orúkọ méjèèjì ní orúkọ òyìnbó.
Yorùbá ni mí Ọládélé Joshua lórúkọ mi.
Ẹ ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ sí ìyá ẹ̀rù tí ń bà mí.
Kódà mo ti fẹ́ kíkì wọn out mo ní ṣé kìí ṣe pé àwọn alamí kan ni wọ́n fi sáàrin wa.
Èrò Ọládélé Joshua lórúkọ mi ọmọ Ọ̀ṣun
Ẹjọ́ next time bá Afọlábílẹ̀ yẹn ṣe o. Ìgbà bá ti rí orúkọ báyà. Àbálámí láàrin wọn Yorùbá lélẹ̀ Yorùbá kò sí nǹkan Yorùbá. Àbádàlú. Ọmọ
Yorùbá ní mí láti Ọ̀ṣun state. Ní ìgbàjọ.
So go ahead and ask your question.
Okay, once again, I want to appreciate everybody, and I really want to thank God for this great initiative, and I pray that the Lord will give you more strength in Jesus' name. Question me only, because my confession is I read all the petitions, and because my confession is irú àwọn states tó jẹ́ pé aláwọn ọmọ Yorùbá sí yẹn. The way around be south, as I've earlier sent to the platform before. How can we also go to those places to meet those people so that they can be a benefit to this great initiative that YORNNA is bringing down to Nigeria? So that's my question, sir.
That to Yoruba land, not to Yoruba. Yoruba, this initiative is just for Yoruba, period. Ààrẹ YORNNA ẹjọ́ bá wa dáhùn ìbéèrè.
Mo fẹ́ dá wọn lóhùn náà ni ọ̀gbẹ́ni Joshua Ọládélé ṣé ẹgbẹ́ orúkọ yín mo kí yín ẹ ṣé tí ẹ darapọ̀ mọ́ wa wọ́n ní ọmọ ẹni ò lè ṣe díbẹ̀bẹ̀rẹ̀ káfílẹ̀ kì í sídi ọmọ ẹlòmíì wá lè finú ilé lẹ̀ kò sí béèyàn ṣe dá níta tó tí ò bá dá nínú ilé asán bá ń sá ni. Nígbà tí àwọn èèyàn wa tí ó jẹ́ wípé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ikú tí ò tó pa ni ikú tí ò pa díẹ̀ níbi tá a wà yìí òun ló ń pa wọ́n ó ń pa wọ́n lọ́yọ̀ọ́ ó ń pa wọ́n lóògùn ó ń pa wọ́n lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ó ń pa wọ́n ní Kwara èmi ò mọ tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ń bò mí o but àti lọ́ṣun but tẹ́ bá ti yọwọ́ ibi tí wọ́n ń pè ní ó ti ṣe díẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí atọ́kùn ṣe sọ ó ṣe díẹ̀ táwa ti kú òǹlé nígbà tí èmi máa kú òǹlé ó dàbí ẹni pé 24 states mẹ́rìnlélógún òní states tí orílẹ̀-èdè Nigeria ní èyí tèmi mọ̀ tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n ń sọ Yorùbá ń bẹ̀ ibikíbi tí wọ́n bá ti ń sọ èdè Yorùbá ìní ẹgbẹ́ YORNNA dúró fún láti ṣe ìrànlọ́wọ́ fún nípa ètò ìlera àwọn ìpínlẹ̀ náà dẹ̀ ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ìpínlẹ̀ Oǹdó ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun kò tí ì tọ́ṣun káwọ́ tó kùn lé ṣùgbọ́n ìsìn Ọ̀ṣun ti wà ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun àti àwọn èèyàn wa ní ìpínlẹ̀ Kwara àwọn òun la dúró nítorí pé ṣẹ́rí wọ́n ní too much cook spoil the food kó má bàa di yọ̀wọ̀yọ̀wọ̀ ńgbà tá a bá wá sí ìtọ́jú ilé tá a tún wá extend ara wa tá à ń lọ sí south south tá à ń lọ sí north north gbogbo yẹn á wá di pé resources ò tó láti lè pass around ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ tọ́jú ilé náà ká tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí pé bóyá á tiẹ̀ máa lọ sí ìta káàkiri ó yà mí lẹ́nu pé tí ẹ ń béèrè south south gan pàápàá because èmi ò mọ bí ti yín ṣe jẹ́ torí ẹ ní orúkọ yín Ọlákúnlé Joshua béèrè bí àlàáfíà ó ṣe jọba nílẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun hospital mélòó ló ń bẹ lọ́ṣun state o àìmọye èèyàn ń ló jẹ́ pé malaria lásán kò sẹ́ni tó máa tọ́jú wọn malaria ń pa ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn wa àwọn àtún gbé ìwọ̀n bàtà ní àtúnlà ń lọ south south nínú ẹrọ̀fọ̀ ẹ dákun ẹ jẹ́ á dúró sí ibi tá a wà náà ká tó ronú àwọn yòókù ẹ jẹ́ á yó nínú ilé ká tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní pín síta ẹ ṣeun.
Mr. Adenekon, you are muted, sir. Gbọ́ yín o. Ó yẹ unmute.
mo ní nǹkan tí ààrẹ ń sọ fún wa ni wípé YORNNA is just for Yorùbá. Àwọn national state ilẹ̀ Yorùbá àti àwọn state á jẹ́ pé majority wọn níbẹ̀ Yorùbá ni wọ́n. Òun ni Kwara, majority 70% àwọn tó wà ní Kwara Yorùbá ni wọ́n. Òun ni ẹgbẹ́ YORNNA wà fún. Àwọn state tó wá jẹ́ pé bíi Ẹ̀dó tá a níbi Kogi tá a níbi 30% Yorùbá níbẹ̀. Nǹkan tó ń sọ ni pé ká tẹ̀lé kọ́ yanjú àwọn majority yẹn náà. Tó bá dẹ̀ wá yá lágbára Ọlọ́run á fàyè gba YORNNA. Àwọn bí tó ọmọ wa bá tún wà náà à débẹ̀. Fáwọn ọmọ wa tó wà ń bẹ̀ ni o. Torí àwọn ọmọ wa tó wà wọ́n ní local government à débẹ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n lọ́wọ́ tá a wà yìí à ń wo Yorùbá transitional state. Ìyẹn bẹ́ẹ̀. Ṣé kò sí èèyàn kan tó ní ìbéèrè mọ́? Àbí ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Modúpẹ́ọlá àbí ẹnìkan tẹ́fẹ́ tó jẹ́ bí àfikún tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ fún ìbéèrè?
Èmi ní ìbéèrè o.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ máa ẹ béèrè ìbéèrè yín.
Orúkọ mi ni Bọ́lá Ògúnsànyà and I'm from Lagos State.
Okay.
Ìjẹ̀bú ni mí. I'm from Ikorodu. My parents are from Ikorodu, but Ikorodu is in Lagos State. So fún irú Èkó ńkọ́?
Èkó náà wà ní Èkó is Yorùbá transitional state. Yorùbá ló lè kó. Èkó is Yorùbá.
Torí ìgbà tí àǹtí mi sọ̀rọ̀ wọn mention Èkó. Mo ṣe béèrè.
Àwọn bá yín jà ń bẹ̀ yẹn, ó wà ń bẹ̀ yẹn.
Ó tọ́ ni ẹ mention Èkó, ilé ọgbọ́n.
Ogun lẹ́tí bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní Ogun State,
Èkó wà ń bẹ̀.
Ọ̀ṣun State, Ọ̀yọ́ State.
Ẹ má bínú.
Mo ṣe béèrè question yẹn.
Okay, she's still talking. Sorry, I don't want to talk over you, ma'am. So, mo fẹ́ sọ pé Western region ayé àtijọ́ because.
Ayé àtijọ́. No, sọ pé Western region ayé àtijọ́ because ìyẹn include Delta.
Delta, yes, ó include Bendel.
So, brother and son sì ni pé the 6 traditional Yorùbá states.
Western region ayé àtijọ́.
Lagos State, Ogun State, Ọ̀yọ́ State, Ondo State, Ọ̀ṣun State. Àti state olóṣùkú náà tá àti ìdárúkọ. Ondo, Èkìtì, no, Kwara ò sí ní traditional state, but ó jẹ́ 7, àti Kwara mọ́. Àwọn yóò náà àti Kwara mọ́ pé
Yorùbá speaking state in Kogi State.
No. Kogi State, Yorùbá tó wà ní Kogi State, they are minority.
Kogi náà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
But they are minority.
It doesn't matter ọmọ ìyá wa ni wọ́n
ẹjọ́. Àyọ̀ kúrò, àwọn náà wà lára.
Ẹjọ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí nǹkan tí ààrẹ YORNNA sọ tí mo gbọ́. Kọ́tẹ́ ẹ̀yìn náà sọ ni wípé resources wa we go for the traditional state tó jẹ́ majority tó wà ń bẹ Yorùbá ni wọ́n. Àwọn irú Kwara state ń sìn wọ́n á dè mọ̀ because majority àwọn tó wà ní Kwara state Yorùbá ni wọ́n. Ní Kogi state, Yorùbá is about 40% of Kogi state. We are not majority there. But that máa débẹ̀ yẹn náà. Ṣùgbọ́n nísìnyí ṣe mọ̀ aláti wo ìrẹsì tó wà lọ́wọ́ wa. Àti ṣe mọ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀ náà owó ló bá dé. Wà máa débẹ̀. Even Edo State náà, about 25% part of Edo State, Yorùbá náà ló wà níbẹ̀. A máa débẹ̀ yẹn náà. So ṣùgbọ́n nísìnyí wọ́n ní ká kọ́kọ́ túnlé tó jẹ́ majority ká kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti bẹ̀ náà. Ṣùgbọ́n gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìbéèrè tẹ́ béèrè, Èkó gan ni ọba ilẹ̀ Yorùbá o. Àti àbáyé Èkó ń bẹ̀ kí ló ń jẹ́ Yorùbá. Ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n.
Yes, sir. Ẹ ṣé o. Thank you. So,
bóyá
ó dà páwọn èèyàn kan tún ṣì náwó.
Ká ló ṣì náwó o.
So Tabati, answer question so that we can go to the
Miss Adebisi, ẹ̀yin ni ìbéèrè kan. iPhone yín sọ pé Adebisi, mo rí pé.
Ẹ gbọ́ wá sí.
A ti ń gbọ́
yín.
Okay. Ẹ ká sọ gbogbo lé o. Orúkọ tèmi ni Dr. Abiola Abbas. Ìbéèrè tí mo fẹ́ béèrè mo wà pẹ̀lú Dr. Adebisi Allison, so we're together. So ìbéèrè tí mo fẹ́ béèrè òun ni pé I understand that from the question tí one of the ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n sọ wọ́n béèrè nípa bóyá máa wà ní under the umbrella of the government as in state government, but I believe one of the head wọ́n sọ pé ó ti, which I get because this is the new program organization Tasha put together. Okay, so my question now is, I know that maybe not now, maybe later on. I think nǹkan tó yẹ kó lè benefit our náà ni at the long run, okay? Yes, we're not going to be under the government. This is like a non-profit organization, Abi. Our will give out like a charity ni Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ni Nigeria. So my question is, later on, orúkọ YORNNA yìí, ama get registered ni Nigeria? Not necessarily pé ama wà ní under government, but just register it, because just like Oshaman Shembi Bayi, the bank fund the charity organization contact just like Beshe about we are to buy low Nigeria, that invite one to help we are cover accommodation, one cover jet, affect jet, about formation and things like that. I think it will be beneficial for that person as well. So only if you write up for tax, just like Bashiman Shembi, So in February, it's something to help actually later, registered, and then if anybody cover expenses about formation, share opportunity for lot if you write up for tax in Nigeria. That's my question. I mean,
we as the moderator, I'm going to chip in there. Lákọ̀ọ́kọ́ ná, YORNNA tẹ́ ń wò yẹn, ẹ̀kọ́ ń wò ní, it's a very big vision. At a point, ṣé ń gbọ́ mi? Ṣé ń gbọ́? YORNNA tẹ́ ń wò yẹn, ẹ̀kọ́ ń wò bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. The Bible says, do not despise the days of little beginnings. It's a big vision. Ìbéèrè yín, lákọ̀ọ́kọ́ tí mo kọ́ máa dáhùn ní wípé, yes, YORNNA will be registered in Nigeria.
Thank you.
In fact, not just only that, YORNNA at a point, by the grace of God, that if I'm unfold, YORNNA we have hospital in Nigeria. YORNNA we even have hospital here in America. Yes, it's doable.
Yes.
So we have hospital here in America. Yes. So yes, they are going to register YORNNA in Nigeria. So our government is showing. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi tó wà lórí afẹ́ràn Adéjùmọ̀ wọ́n sọ kankan wọ́n ní ní system Nàìjíríà tá a bá gbé YORNNA àti tá a bá lọ gbé bá wọn máa jáde wọn lọ́wọ́ ni a di pé àkókò àárín ìwà èèyàn náà ní gbogbo wa bàtà bá fẹ̀yàn kan sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ ní wọn tó bá fún ní $1 billion pé wá gbà èwo ló ń ṣe gbowó tọmọ mọ́ra pé jẹ́ ká jọ ṣiṣẹ́ pọ̀ ká lo kìíní. So we know what we are doing díẹ̀ là ń ṣe fẹ́ lọ tú ìjọba because Nigeria ò ní system ní system. Then number now tí mo fẹ́ sọ níbẹ̀ ni wípé ṣe rí nílé àwọn àgbààgbà Yorùbá inú wọn dùn sí nǹkan tí àwọn ọmọ wa ń ṣe yìí. Ìdí nìyẹn tí àwọn Afẹ́nifẹ́re ti fọwọ́ sí tọ́fì gbogbo ẹ̀ sí tá a bá ní nǹkan láti ṣe nílé wọ́n máa wọ́n á create environment yẹn fún wa. Tó bá ní nǹkan tá a fẹ́ gbà lọ́wọ́ ìjọba àwọn náà láwọn èèyàn lọ́wọ́ ìjọba àwọn bàbá wa la máa lò tó máa create environment fún láti ṣe nǹkan tá a fẹ́ ṣe. So I need the government right now. Tó bá dá àwọn level kan a lè ní ìdí a lè lò wọ́n o but a máa make sure pé àwa la ṣe nǹkan wa bá a ṣe fẹ́ ṣe nǹkan wa àwọn kọ́ ló máa jákè mọ́ lọ́tọ̀ máa da ogun ẹ̀gbọ́n wa lọ́wọ́. So máa jẹ́ kí ààrẹ YORNNA àti ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n kọ́ sọ for just 1 or 2 minutes mi ò táṣe pa o ẹ̀yin lẹ́fí mi jẹ́ moderator every time ti ń lọ.
You actually answered the question. I mean, even better than I or Arek would have answered it. So, we are registered, we are incorporated in the state of Georgia. So, I mean, legally registered. So, I know that operations in Nigeria. We also going to involve, we'll find out from the legal system if there's something that we need to do to be able to make sure that our activities are legal as well. So we are definitely we're on track with that one. So more we want a question.
Ní àfikún sí nǹkan tí ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Adébáyọ̀ sọ, ṣé mọ̀ pé wọ́n ní ọ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan òun máa ń yọ ẹsẹ̀ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́. And fẹ́ kí ó di àmúlùmọ́là tó bá lọ di wípé àti ìdókòó kí wọn pé tá a bá bímọ nígbà tí ọmọ bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní gbórí sókè tó bá yá di pé ó ń jókòó kó tẹ̀ tó di pé ó máa rákòrò. So ìkíní, so ìyẹn ó máa jẹ́ nǹkan tí a máa dáwọ́lé ní ọjọ́ iwájú. Nítorí pé gẹ́gẹ́ bí a ṣe sọ, a ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni, and nothing is written in stone. When as we keep going, we are going to continue to grow and grow and grow. And by God's grace, we will even grow beyond any of our imaginations. Just like the moderator said, as time goes on, when that resources comes, I wish I play lotto, maybe I win that $720 million, and we can build YORNNA hospital in all the regions of Yoruba land, or like the Jews are doing in America. We will have an hospital here in America that will cater to Yoruba community, and anybody that comes are going to pay except the Yoruba people. That would have been my my vision and what I would have loved. But igi kan ò lè dá dúró ṣe. So ní agbára Ọlọ́run, pẹ̀lú àtìlẹ́yìn ẹ̀yin sísà wa tí ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ ń sìn, pẹ̀lú ìfọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ gbogbo àwa tí a máa jẹ́ ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ àtàwọn tó tún bọ̀ lẹ́yìn, nothing is impossible. And this organization is going to go beyond our comprehension by God's grace.
Amen.
So, yes, we are still taking it step by step. It can never say never, but we just want to establish the fact that we are not going to be political in any way whatsoever. We want to stay as a charity organization, first of all, and serve humanity. Thank you.